Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I had a question about which tripod head I'm using now since I show a number of different heads on my gear page. So here's my experience with these different heads and why ball heads, after using them for decades, and why I've decided to switch to a non-ball head as a landscape photographer. There's no doubt about it that ball heads today are the most popular tripod head, and they are very flexible. So let me kind of go through why I'm at where I'm at with ball heads. Basically because as a landscape photographer, the flexibility of a ball head can be a hindrance, especially when it comes to what is known as the flop, the ball head flop, where all of a sudden you loosen your knob on your ball head, and all of a sudden your whole camera gear just flops down. And that's kind of what camera flop is. And I've had it dealing with it for quite a long time, and not that happy with ball heads, with that part of them. That being said, as a landscape photographer, I always want the horizon to be level, and I don't want to be fixing it in post. Also, many times I might not realize that I want to shoot a pano until I've started shooting. When I used a ball head for panos, the result would then be that many times the images didn't line up, the consecutive images in a pano. And so that was an issue that I had. And even if your ball head is level, it is recommended that you use a panning clamp on top of your ball head to try to get better aligned images, and instead of using what I call the recomposing ring at the bottom of a ball head. It is really just for recomposing, not for shooting panos. So even using the panning clamp, you can get good panos, single row panos, but if you decide to recompose your image a bit, well, once you get recomposed, now you have to re-level everything. And if you don't, your panos will probably not line up. You'll have what's known as the rainbow stitched pano, and you'll have alignment issues, possible distortion, and you'll probably lose the top and bottom of your panos because of that curve effect that you get when you wind up having to have a stitched pano that is not perfectly level. So the answer that I've come up with is this beautiful panorama head from Acratech. The head is available with a screw knob, but this model that I have has the locking lever clamp instead of a screw knob. I just personally find that the lever clamp is easier to use, and the Acratech clamp is unique in that it has a locking mechanism, and it's the only locking clamp that I am aware of. Now, when you're using any kind of base, I always recommend using on your tripod to use a leveling base, whether it's built in like this one here, or if you decide that your tripod doesn't have one but you don't want to purchase a new tripod, then you can get a leveling base. And even though this does have a kind of a ball in here, this is not a ball head. This is a leveling base that you put on your tripod, between your tripod and your tripod head. Now, since this particular tripod already has a leveling base built in, once you have your head on, I can just now level the whole leveling level the tripod head, and once it is level, now anywhere that I turn, and yes, I'm turning on the bottom, which I don't recommend doing with a ball head, but with this type of pano head, because now the whole head is leveled, it doesn't matter where I turn it. I'm gonna be perfectly level regardless. So this head can hold over 25 pounds. It really does eliminate the need to carry a gimbal. The head itself only weighs less than a pound, and it has this adjustable, smooth tension control with the tension control knob here on the side. And since this is not a ball head with ball head issues, as I mentioned, you can rotate it from the bottom. Now, you can see that right now the head is, or the clamp is in this orientation. And normally I might have it in that orientation like this if I was just using the camera with the clamp that is on the camera. But now all of a sudden, let's say I would like to do, which I normally do, is I use a Nodal Rail for shooting my panoramas for a number of reasons that I've talked before earlier. Now, so I had it in this position mainly to show you the way this can be used if you don't have a Nodal Rail. But assuming that you do have a Nodal Rail, then what you're going to want to do is on other clamps you need to use a little hex wrench to get in and change the orientation of the clamp. But Acratech has this all built in with a little knob underneath, and this is just brilliant. You just unscrew this little knob under here, you can turn this, it just goes right back into, you know, the position that you want it in. You just tighten it up, and there are no tools necessary. Now, they have gone ahead and put some holes in the knob underneath if it's something that you really feel inclined to do, or maybe your fingers are weak and you're not able to tighten it as much. You can put the hex wrench in here and tighten it even further, but really just finger tight on here is going to do it. And now, as you can see, the Nodal Rail will just fit on here just perfectly. You know, I wind up going like this. I say, yeah, that's probably where I want it. And then bingo, it is just locked into place. Once again, no tools necessary, and just a beautiful setup for doing panos. Now, I have seen a knockoff of this head, meaning one that's produced by another company, and they sell for a lot less money. And I'll tell you, I was just not impressed with looking at that knockoff. It had levers, little levers like this, little silver levers, instead of these really easy to use knobs. The levers were the same on both sides, so I was a little confused of which lever did tension and which one did the lock. And I find that levers are just easy to, you know, just all of a sudden you touch it, you flip it, and now no tension or no lock, and that always has me a little worried. So I really like these knobs that Acratech has put on here, as well as the fact that, you know, once again, that particular style was only available with a knob, and Acratech has given the option of putting their locking lever clamp style on here, which makes me happy, because this is, once again, just a beautiful piece of engineering that they have come up with. So once the head is level, there is no issues at all with doing the single roll or the multi-roll panorama. You know, it is just going to be just a pleasure as you're going through this experience now of using this kind of setup for shooting a single row, and then all of a sudden you say, yeah, you know what, maybe I can get a little bit more if I just tilt it up a bit. And now you're going to take another row of images and put together a multi-row panorama. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of engineering, and I highly recommend this kind of setup now for doing landscape, all different types of landscape photography, and I hope you enjoy it too. And once your head is level, as I mentioned, then rotating and tilting, whatever position you decide to be in, you're going to get just excellent, excellent panos that are going to stitch together so easily. And this makes the whole user experience of shooting landscapes so much more enjoyable. So I encourage you to take a look at this Acratech head. You'll see links below. And I hope you've enjoyed this video of me going over the Acratech panorama head. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe if you want to, so that way you'll be notified of upcoming videos real soon. Once again, thanks again for joining me, and take care. Bye for now.